Hello everyone, my name is Anshika Jain and I am working as a legal intern in Lexis & Law Company for the month of July. I hope all of you are amazing and staying safe. So today I am back with a very interesting and a new topic. That's a topic regarding a case that occurred in 2018 and there was a long violence and a long protest going since 2018. So it was a topic based on a temple case. So I hope now you all of understood what am I talking about. I am talking about a Sabrimala issue, the battle for justice. So I ask you a question. When you heard regarding this topic, when you heard the reason regarding this issue, you also thought that it's a valid situation or it's a valid tradition. Why the just being on a menstruation period, you are not allowed to enter in the temple, you are not allowed to worship the god. So this culture and this blind faith has pushed the women to not enter to the temple. So let's discuss today and analyze this topic in detail to frame a valid opinion regarding this case. So let's discuss that. So one of our essential right that is granted under Article 25 of the Indian Constitution, that is the freedom of conscience and the ability to freely profess, practice and propagate religion, is being violated. This article of the Indian Constitution guarantees religious freedom to all the Indian citizens as well as the following rights, that is to create and maintain religious and charitable institution, to govern its religious affairs, to own and require movable and immovable property, to administer such property according to the law. However, in recent days, judicial meddling has greatly harmed the religious freedom, resulting in a slew of lawsuits and also posing a new challenges to the judiciary, namely for the how far it is correct to apply the judicial mind and constitutional adjudication in the matter of religion by the courts. So when you heard regarding this Article 25, you just try to frame your opinion regarding this topic. Do you feel that it's an infringement of your right of Article 25 of not allowing you to enter into a temple just of the reason that you are on a menstruation period? So yes, it's a infringement of your right. Now let's discuss the historical background regarding this topic, how it's initiated, how it started. Women between the ages of 10 and 50, they were not allowed from entering the temple by the Kerala High Court in 1991. The High Court stated that in its decision that prohibition on women entering the temple has existed from the beginning of the time, and that in the past only the priest has the authority to judge on the questions of the tradition. Following a group of lawyers, they have also challenged this prohibition, claiming that it has violated the principle of the right to equality, limited your religious freedom, and also was discriminatory in nature. So also there was a famous case regarding this issue was the Indian Young Lawyers Association. They filed a public interest litigation, that is the PIL, in 2016. The matter also reached to the High Court. The Supreme Court issued the much debated ruling in 2018 that abolished the entering of the women in the Sabrimala Shrine. Women of all the ages, they were not allowed to enter to the temple according to the court. The bench decided that the temple's practice, it violates the human women's rights and fostered the gender discrimination in its decision, which was handed by a majority in the 4:1. Now let's discuss what was the temple's stance, temple's authorities' stance on this issue. How they just held that their practice was really right. The temple management in the Travancore, they argued that in the court they had a very frame of set of rules to the temple without intervention from the state, and this faith was existed since the Ayappa Swami followers from a denomination with a state recognizable number. They went on to state that the practice in the Sabrimala was not discriminatory in any law. The devotees, they also held various women devotees. They also held a campaign called "Ready to Wait" for some time. They believed that the only women of a specific age were forbidden from entering the temple. Thus, waiting until you are 50 years is acceptable and they really don't have any problem. And they said that the petitioner were conflicting Hinduism diversity with discrimination. So some of the women, they were happily and readily agreed this situation, and they said that they are ready to wait until the 50 years of age for entering into the temple. So there were some ladies that have accepted this culture, but there are some women who are really protesting for their right. Now let's discuss what are the rights and what are their duties that have been violated due to this Sabrimala issue. So keeping women out of place of worship like the Sabrimala temple would be a violation of your Article 14, 15, 19 and 25 of the Indian Constitution. These articles discuss the right to equality, the right to be free from discrimination based on gender, the right to free movement and the right to freedom of religion. Restricting women's access to religious shrines is one of various methods of enforcing partiality, and these limitations are usually founded on patriarchy rather than religion. So now let's discuss the women who were denied entrance to the inner sanctum sanctorium. They alleged that this was a breach of their fundamental right to worship, which is granted to all the citizens under Article 25 of the Constitution. Now let's see what was the Supreme Court's take on this issue. During the hearing, the Supreme Court said that what pertains to a man is also applies to women, and once it is open to public, anyone can come. A woman's right to pray, the bench added that it is not reliant of any law, but it is a constitutional right. Also, as a woman, your right to pray is equivalent to that of a man, and it is not dependent on a legislation to enable you to do so, said the D.Y. Chandrachud, and also said by Justice Nariman. He says that menstruation is not impure. So we can come to a conclusion that the Sabrimala case provides for a good chance for the Indian courts to revisit and access the long-standing traditions of discrimination against particular group of the people, and the court would also have to consider more than merely the deprivation of women's freedom of worship, taking into account the devotees' faith into Sabrimala god. This will also serve as a freedom and a platform for a radical rereading of the Constitution. At the same time, it is very critical for India's court to devise a technique for dealing the cases like Sabrimala case in order to prevent violence from erupting as a result of such judicial decision. So I hope now you have your opinion, you have your thoughts regarding this issue. According to me, I believe that it is really a violation of a very important fundamental right, that is Article 25, and I even ask you all to please comment your views, your opinion on this topic. In a country as a democratic country, we really respect everyone's right, even that is of men or that is of women. So just not entering into a temple shrine for being a reason that you are on your menstruation period is really a violation. So thank you very much for listening to me. I ask you to all please comment in the comment section your views on such an important topic and on such an important infringement of a right of your Article 25. Thank you very much.